Here's Oreos. So I've been procrastinating making this video for approximately 5 months now, and I'm not even in Costa Rica anymore. I'm in Puerto Rico. But that also meant that I need to get this video done in order to put out more videos for my current travels and my future travels. So here I am, doing this video, finally. Woo! The other thing too is, I could talk about Costa Rica for approximately 7 hours. So I'm gonna try to keep this video short and sweet. Ultimately, I just wanted to talk about my experience in Costa Rica, how I got there, how I decided to get there, budget traveling, and then some recommendations for how you guys can travel too on a budget. That's the cat. Excuse me. We think it's a girl, actually, but his name's Oreos. Her name's Oreos. Anyways, so I planned on taking a gap year before all this COVID stuff hit, and then COVID hit, and I was like, damn, I don't even want to go to school anyways. This is perfect. Obviously, I hate COVID, everyone does, but it kind of worked out in my favor in that way because I was planning on traveling and doing a bunch of stuff throughout my gap year, and now I didn't even have any reason why I wanted to go to school. So it's kind of perfect, except it kind of really inhibited a lot of our plans because Max and I, my cousin, who's here with me right now in Puerto Rico, we were supposed to go to Europe for 3 months, and we had to cancel all of that. We were going to backpack through Europe, and we even had our ticket booked and everything, so we were planning on going on a road trip or just staying in another country for a few months, working at a job or an internship. We had all these plans in place, and we were actually looking a lot on this one site called Workaway, which I recommend everyone checking out because Workaway is incredible. Basically on Workaway, you're looking for hosts in exchange, you're looking for hosts who are looking for work on their property or in their company that will give you food and accommodation. Most of them will give you food. But there are hosts all over the world and in almost every country. So we were basically just looking at the list of the countries that were open and then what was offered in those countries. And we were finding all these cool things. So on Workaway, it can be anything that you end up doing, whether it's like gardening or farming, construction work, but it could also be like hostels, working at a hostel as like a receptionist, or working at an animal shelter, working at a camp, anything that you can find. Working with kids, like babysitting, there are so many options out there. Hawaii, we're thinking Mexico, Montenegro, like all these random countries that we knew were open we could get to easily. And then we realized that Costa Rica was open, and do you hear this cat? Dude. Oh my god. Costa Rica was open, and I was ecstatic because I have wanted to go to Costa Rica since I was very little, and I have this random dream, this random ambition in my mind where I go to Costa Rica, work at a fruit stand, and surf every day. So as soon as we found out that Costa Rica was open, I was on it. I was like, okay, Workaway, look it up, Costa Rica. First thing that comes up, working at a surf camp. A surf camp. Did you hear what I just said about the surfing thing and everything? And I was like, we're going. Hands down, no questions asked, we have to go there. And unfortunately, Max couldn't end up going because his passport was about to expire. So I ended up doing all this and getting everything ready, and I was like, I'm going to Costa Rica. I'm going to Costa Rica to work at a surf camp. And I was so excited. So I got everything together. In order to go to Costa Rica at the time, you had to get this specific travel insurance and a COVID test and then fill out like a travel declaration. The hardest part of all of that honestly was getting the COVID test because you had to get it 72 hours before your flight and then make sure the turnaround time was before you actually arrived there. So it was just really hard to find a COVID test that was 1, cheap, and then 2, PCR. Oh, and 3, comes back in time. So I did, it was stressful, but we did it. And then I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get on the plane and actually fly. Like, I was so scared and nervous and stressed because of all the things I had to get together and do and prepare for. And the fact I was going alone made it a lot harder. Once I finally got to the airport, my parents dropped me off and I got through security. I just started crying of happiness because I was just so relieved that everything that I had worked so hard for the coming weeks before that finally happened, and I was able to accomplish it all. Now fast forward, I'm in Costa Rica, yay! Traveling in the middle of a pandemic is an absolute nightmare. I've had to get my insurance COVID test all verified, so I've had to go to 2 different places after I got like a red thing at the immigration, so it's all good now. We're verified and hopefully it's good. I'm gonna go to immigration now, and I'm hoping my bag is still there. And the baggage claim. Oh well. Hopefully not so well. First, so the way I see this trip, I was there for about 6 weeks, and it's all divided into like 3 segments. So like the first segment, I was mostly getting acclimated to the group, understanding the routine of the camp, meeting people, surfing a little bit, just trying to, you know, figure out what's going on. I was in the jungle in this random place in a different country by myself. I was like, what? But it's okay. I quickly made friends and I felt very welcome there. One of my closest friends, Jordan, she and 2 of our other really close friends, Eloise and Jacob, were planning on going on a little trip to the Caribbean coast. So that's on the complete opposite side of where we were. We were on the Pacific coast, but they wanted to go to the Caribbean coast. And I was like, I want to go. Of course I want to go. So we literally ended up planning this, 2 nights before we ended up leaving. So I agreed to go 2 nights before we ended up leaving. So I had to pack this little tiny bag as if we were backpacking, because we were. This here was the bag, so if you look, this is everything I bought the night before I was going to leave at Target. And I ended up using this like almost every single day in Costa Rica. It was just like my day bag. It was perfect. So on this trip, we were hitchhiking, we were backpacking, we were staying in hostels, visiting beaches, just trying to explore this complete other side. We were taking buses everywhere, just traveling, just living day by day of like what we wanted to do the next day. And it was so much fun. We saw so many things. I saw a sloth, went to Puerto Viejo, cahuita. We went back to San Juan, which is the capital of Costa Rica, and then we went to Cartago and orosi. And in orosi, we found this incredible hot springs, and oh my god, that day was just divine. Hey guys, going to the Caribbean coast. Caribbean. We're going to Tamarindo, Santa Cruz, San Jose. And then we're gonna stay. Then we're gonna stay there that night, but we're hitchhiking. Like the old way. Yes.
Would you like something?
Bag. We should stop. The hostel.
Did you guys get lost?
I got really burnt today.
Yeah.
Absolutely don't know what's going on, you know. There's like 5 cars and we already have a traffic jam because there's like 5 cars. Come on.
Jacob, how are you feeling?
I feel amazing. Everything is awesome. You know how to say
Skyscraper.
skyscraper. It's not skyscraper.
What is creeper?
I mean the big building,
Yeah,
like a huge
skyscraper.
skyscraper. Is I say my view now?
Skyscraper.
No,
Sky.
no.
It's sky like a sky.
Skyscraper.
Creeper.
Skyscraper.
Creeper.
Skyscraper.
Creeper.
Skyscraper.
It's not creeper. Strippers.
Yeah.
Sky strippers.
Yeah.
Strippers. It's a girl who takes out the clothes. It's a
In the sky. In the
strippers.
sky.
Sky.
In the sky. Morning.
Good morning. I love this street.
It's such a good street.
Where's the dogs and cats?
Where are the sloths?
And
We always have dirt on us. Wow,
We're so shiny.
We're in Cajita. We're going to get lunch right now, and then after that, we're gonna go check out Playa Negra and see what that's like. Apparently, it's like black sand, and our main goal of being in Cajita is to find a sloth.
Yeah.